Hello, everybody. My name is Raymond. This is Jacob. We are the co-hosts of the DCMI podcast, the Discussing Crazy and Marvelous Images podcast. What we do here is go to the comic book store, pick up single issues, read them, and decide if we want to keep reading the story or not. We break things down with 4 categories. We do the story, artwork, characters, and if we want to keep reading it or not. And then after all that, we calculate our scores, and then we see what we got. Jacob, why don't you tell everybody about what we are doing here outside of the podcast?
So just introduce ourselves a little bit more of our backgrounds. We're friends and we're business partners. So we have always liked comics. Raymond is the guru, so I learned from him, but we kind of
Don't
learn.
put that on me.
That's true. I ask you, you don't ask me. But we learned about comics. So we decided that we're going to start our own company, Throughline Comics. And we're hoping to publish stories that we are writing. And we decided, let's do a podcast. So like what Raymond said, the DCMI podcast. So we're independent writers and, small, no one knows who we are. So we really want to kind of champion the independent artist, the independent comic book writer. Our values really are, we don't want to bash comics. We say we like them and we'll rate them accordingly in this podcast, or maybe it's not for us and we'll rate them lower. But we're not looking to put down any other artist, whether that's a Marvel or DC or a round the block friend of a friend. That's kind of who we are and what we do. We're hoping that we'll start sharing with y'all some of our scripts and character designs over the coming months. But for the podcast, we have a very interesting structure of how we're going to capture different types of comics. So with that, Raymond, could you share with everyone how we approach selecting and how we approach rating comics?
So I mentioned it earlier, but we thought it would be a fun idea. The way we selected comics would be to actually go to our local store and just kind of see what's on the, new shelf, whatever is on the recent shelf, just to kind of see what we wanted, pick something out based on the cover. Does it interest us or not just by looking at it? We wanted to take the perspective of someone who maybe doesn't know exactly what they're looking for and maybe just wants to enjoy something just for the hell of it. And that's what
Someone
we're
just
doing.
walking down the street sees the comic book store, and they always had comics in the back of their mind. Maybe they had some when they were a kid, and they walk
Yeah.
in. What do they
Yep.
do once they walk in? That's it.
And that's really what we want to show, is that it's possible to just kind of walk in, pick something up, enjoy it, and maybe you keep reading it, maybe you just take it for what it is. But that's our goal here. And we're going to go on a weekly schedule. First week, however you want to kind of look at it, depending on when you watch them. But the first week for us will be DC. Second week will be Marvel. Third week is going to be, think Image, think Dark Horse.
Smaller publisher.
Basically
smaller.
not the big two.
Yeah.
Then that fourth week is going to be local comic book artists, writers, illustrators from around the country and the territories. We're going to try to get all 50 states and all the territories. We're going to spin a wheel the week before to see what state we get. And then what we're going to do is kind of a specialty week, kind of a situation with a Black comic book writer or illustrator. That one I'm super excited for. And then lastly, this one's going to be once a quarter, so 4 times a year. We're going to read an omnibus and just kind of talk about it, discuss it, and it'll just be more of a generally what we do with larger stories, more dense material, that kind of thing.
And what I'll add to that, if y'all are looking for like a page by page, panel by panel analysis of a comic, that's not what we're doing. That's our design. Our intention is to just talk about a comic as if you walked into a comic book store, grabbed an issue that looks cool to you, and then read it and talked to your friend about it. The issues we'll get could be in the middle of a series, at the beginning, at the end. It could be a one shot. It's just, we pick what we pick and then we discuss it. So please don't.
And to be fair to that, when we pick what we pick, y'all, we don't really know if it's a one shot. We don't know if it's a limited series. We don't know if it's ongoing. So that's kind of the fun for us too with it.
But we're not gonna dissect every single character, every single panel, every single page. Yeah. It's just a fun conversation about what we like, what we don't like, what's funny to us, what's not funny about an issue, just to enjoy it as a standalone piece of art. And so based on our ratings, we're gonna kind of see how we compare or value different aspects of a comic. And what's interesting, we will learn as we're sharing, our love of comics with everyone. So when we post a podcast, and we'll also post some clips to it just to, kind of showcase a little bit of humor and seriousness, but we'll be learning. And so we want to engage. So hopefully y'all will subscribe and start commenting on the podcast because we're really looking to get some feedback inputs, particularly on selecting independent artists. If y'all know some, then we would want to do kind of platform them and find them and highlight one of their stories. But yeah, this is just two friends talking about comics in our own way. Simple. That's it.
Yep. And also too, be on the lookout for just kind of regular, ongoing, shorter-ish content throughout the weeks because we will be doing fun things like ranking videos, just a bunch of different stuff. So should be a good time.
Yes. So this is our welcome to our podcast. Look out for content.
Cool. Can't wait to see you guys there.
Yeah. Peace.